This right here is the most dangerous place on Earth. In just 2 months, 12 people have died in avalanches.
Conditions in BC's backcountry haven't been this dangerous in 2 decades.
It's a tragic end to the weekend in the Rockies. 2 people have died in an avalanche,
Turning this serene landscape into a deadly arena. So that begs the question, why do people go to those places even though they know it's dangerous? To truly understand the reason behind this, I decided to experience it myself. I wanted to know what drives people to face such extreme risks. So I went to one of the most dangerous places in Western Canada and confronted one of my greatest fears, dying in an avalanche while suffocating. To tell you the truth, things did not go as planned. The journey was filled with unexpected challenges and obstacles that tested our endurance and limits. Well, I wasn't supposed to be here. Let me explain. I was in the Philippines enjoying the hot summer of March when I received a phone call from one of my friends, Doug.
Hey man, how you doing?
Same old man, just shorts and sandals life here in the Philippines.
Hey man, are you ready for an adventure of a lifetime?
What you got in mind, Doug?
Snowmobiling at 9,000 feet in Western Canada.
Snowmobiling. That sounds amazing. When are we going, Doug?
This weekend, man. Charlie, are you in?
And just like that, my relaxing summer plans were replaced by the promise of an adrenaline-pumping adventure.
Mel! Hey! Book me some tickets to Western Canada!
The next thing I knew, I was on a plane heading to the snow-covered mountains, ready to face the ultimate challenge.
We're gonna get into the deep country. It's just up here, about 5 hours up the road. We got a little rest stop here, slowly.
The trails here at Gorman Lake are not for the faint of heart. They're specifically designed for extreme riders who live for that rush of excitement. You can expect a heart-pumping ride with steep ascents and descents, sharp turns, and rough terrain. I knew it would be dangerous, but I still pushed ahead, determined to conquer my fear.
It's snowing, we'll see. I don't know how well these mountains are gonna look.
So, if our fear can be conquered, what is fear? Let me give you a short definition of fear. Fear is an emotional response to perceived threats or dangers. It triggers a series of physiological and psychological reactions in the body, often preparing an individual to either confront or flee from the danger, commonly known as the fight or flight response. Not knowing what we would see and experience, we pulled out our snowmobiles and headed to the most dangerous terrain in Western Canada. That's when things went horribly wrong. I went high on the mountain with my snowmobile and was mesmerized by the stunning views. The vast, snow-covered landscape stretched out before me, and for a moment, I felt on top of the world. As I descended from the high-altitude mountain, I noticed the snow following me. At first, I thought it was just the natural flow of the snow kicked up by my snowmobile. But then, I realized it wasn't just the snow from my ride. The snow was getting heavier and faster, and that's when it hit me. There was an avalanche. This mountain is prone to avalanches, and I was right in the middle of one. I lost control of the snowmobile, and it crashed into me, burying the left side of my body in deep snow. I could barely breathe and was screaming for help. My worst fear had come true. I could barely move. The snow was heavy, and the snowmobile was pressing against my chest, making it hard to breathe. Luckily, the snowfall wasn't too heavy at that time. Doug didn't waste any time. He started digging around me with his hands and a small shovel he had. He cleared the snow from my face first so I could breathe more easily, then worked his way down, freeing my arms and torso. It was an experience I will never forget. In those moments, I realized the true meaning of fear and the value of friendship. The challenges we faced pushed us to our limits. Each turn, each climb was a battle against nature and our own fears. But with every struggle, we grew stronger, more determined to conquer this deadly terrain. Many people love the thrill and excitement that comes with extreme activities. The danger and challenge make the experience unique and exhilarating. During our snowmobiling trip, the rush of navigating the steep, icy slopes and feeling the cold wind against our faces was an adrenaline-pumping adventure that made us feel truly alive. Overcoming harsh elements and tough terrains is a big draw for adventure seekers. Conquering the snow-covered trails of Gorman Lake gave us a sense of triumph and empowerment, knowing we faced and overcame nature's formidable challenges.
But then then to the left, you have to, it's a
Think we cannot just pull the front back this way without tipping it?
Sharing this experience with Doug, Pascal, and his daughter strengthened our bond as we supported each other through every challenge, creating memories that will last a lifetime. As we look back on our snowmobiling adventure at Gorman Lake, we realized that the journey was about more than just navigating treacherous trails and facing extreme conditions. It was about confronting our fears and stepping out of our comfort zones. We learned that everything we've ever wanted truly is on the other side of fear. By pushing ourselves to tackle the unknown, we discovered our own strength, resilience, and courage. This experience taught us that fear can be a powerful barrier, but it can also be a guide. It showed us that when we face our fears head-on, we open the door to incredible growth and unforgettable experiences. Our adventure reminded us that life is not just about playing it safe, but about seeking out challenges and embracing the thrill of the unknown. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. For more content, click the box below for a playlist that YouTube might recommend. Until next time, see you in the next one.
It is snowing, we'll see. I don't know how well these mountains are gonna look. But still, we're gonna have fun on the sleds. 4 sleds, 4 people.